James, hi, Jim Delapine here. You did a great job on this. Okay, I'm impressed with how it all came together. You did a fantastic job on the layer masks. So I kind of played around with this, and I came up with something like this, which I think is going to be more character oriented, and I think will be a little more successful. I'm still at odds with how this guitar will be held by this character, so maybe another added piece in here, maybe a strap, I don't know. But so consider that. But I just want to show you how I arrived at this just for the learning, for the sake of the learning process, okay? So I'm going to revert this back to the original saved image that you have, okay? I'm also going to first create a new layer, put it down on the bottom and fill it with black. Alt Delete is the shortcut if your black is your foreground color. So here's what I did. First of all, the glove and these are clipping masks. You must know about these because we haven't, well, we've worked with them in 3.1, I think, but I'm going to, there's no reason for them here because basically it's a mask that's, you can't see outside the glove. Like for example, it's held within the mask for this underlying layer. So I'm going to Alt or Option click in between these layers here by clicking. All right, that will undo that clipping. All right, so now it falls outside of that background piece. All right, for the glasses, I'm just going to leave this to the side. Let me hide this for now. And what I'm going to do is take this image here. Let me hit Control 0 to fit this in the window. I'm going to take the glove and I'm going to duplicate it by hitting Control or Command J. Okay, then on the copy, I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal. All right, and so here we go. So now we have the glove flipped horizontally. So I'm going to bring it down here, and somewhere in this area here, and let me zoom in. And then what I'll do is I'll bring this above the guitar. I'm going to change the stacking order here. And I'm also going to rotate it so that it looks like this glove is actually holding onto the neck of the guitar. So Control or Command T, that puts a bounding box around everything on that layer. So apparently there's something out here, which is why this box is extending out here. So what you want to do is change the rotation point by clicking and dragging the center point right to about here. So now it will rotate around that point. Okay, so I'm going to have that pinky kind of come above the guitar, and I'm going to hit enter. All right, I'm going to forget about, let me see what this. Note that if you have auto select active and you're in the move tool, wherever you click, it will make that layer selected, okay, or active. So I'm going to click on the pop filter and just drag this over here a little bit so this kind of attaches to the side. I'll use my left arrow key to increment it over 1 pixel at a time. And so now this glove is, I want to position it so that it's centered over this armature here. So I see I need to just rotate this a little bit more. The positioning is important for the effect. So I'll do it something like this. All right. So now on this layer here, I'm going to mask out this background piece here. All right. So I'm going to my paintbrush, making sure I'm at 100% hardness. All right. I'm going to paint with black on the layer mask. And to increase your brush size really fast, it's your right bracket key. Left bracket key will decrease it. So I'm going to get a large brush here and just kind of like mask out that piece there. Okay. So now we want it to look like it's holding the guitar, or that the fingers are wrapped around the neck of the guitar. So I'm going to zoom in. All right. Selecting the glove layer, the copy, right? And then what I'm going to do is Control or Command click on the layer mask thumbnail for the guitar. That puts a selection around that. Okay. Zoom in again. Paintbrush. Now what I'm going to do is decrease my brush size. Now I'm going to paint on the layer mask for the glove, but I'm using that selection to keep it contained in that area. So I'm masking out the part of the glove that I don't want to be seen. So I want it to look like it's going behind the guitar. So by clicking here, see it's being held within that selection, so you get a perfect selection. You just have to carefully go around the glove fingers here, okay, and then over here the same. All right, it's going to go right up to the glove. I probably need a smaller brush. All right, so just carefully do that. All right, I kind of did a sloppy job, but you get the idea. All right, so now it looks like it's around the neck of the guitar. So now what I'll do is I want to try to animate this a little bit more. We want to have fun with this. So let me deselect. And again, we need something like perhaps a guitar strap that wraps around the neck of the microphone. But let's animate this a little bit more, okay? Again, I don't know if the glasses are working. It's you want to keep it to the musical instrument kind of theme, and this is just a little bit. It's not going to be the right perspective either, because what we're going to do is select the microphone. Then I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Distort. Okay. Um, Never mind. No, it's not what I wanted. Edit, Transform, Warp. Okay, so I don't know if you've worked with Illustrator before, but this has to do with anchor points and the Bezier curve. So what you're going to do is carefully do this. I'm going to click on the upper left and start dragging this over, and we're going to start to distort this. So it's a combination of pulling these points around, and note that there's handles that come out. See these handles here? So you're going to distort this microphone head and pull it back and make it look like, it's like wailing its head back as if it's playing a guitar, and perhaps we could find a way to put some animation into this later on. All right, so something like that. So you can see that these handles here will help you control the shape. You want to keep this kind of rounded, so just be careful with this, okay? So I'll pull this up, and we basically just want to kind of bend this whole thing. So, but we want to also retain that roundness in the shape of the microphone. All right, so that part is kind of important. So I'll hit enter. All right, so that looks, that's not too bad. All right, so I think that's a great first step. All right, I don't know what to do about this piece here yet. I don't know if this round piece behind there is working. I don't know. But so just for variation here, all right, you had talked about clipping masks, or you worked with clipping masks. Let's change the color of this glove. All right, so I'm going to select that glove. That goes to that layer. I'm going to click on the adjustment layer icon down here, and I'm going to select Use Saturation, because that has to do with color. All right, this is probably falling outside the viewing area, but now what you immediately first want to do is clip this. All right, so if I make any changes, for example, it's going to change everything on the underlying layers to a certain degree. So what you want to do is just Alt or Option click between these layers to make that a clipping mask, and then any changes will be made only to the glove. All right, so you can change the color of the glove by doing something like that. So now you have a green glove and a blue glove. Okay, that kind of idea. All right, so that I think is going to be a good head start for you. Again, you did a terrific job, and there's more things that we can add to this. We can animate this even more. So I would say just get rid of those glasses. I don't know, it just doesn't work. But let's see what we can do. Maybe you can get a guitar strap in here, or find another element that can look like it's holding the guitar. Nothing wrong also with having 3 arms, you know. All right, so I hope that helped. Take care. Bye.